Okay. Chair weights. Oh, and I've already done a little redecorating. Summer's done and we're ready for fall, and it's already happening. Okay, everybody, I'm gonna do a little warm up in front of the chair, and then we're gonna use the chair. So let's just get our shoulders and joints moving first. So a little shoulder roll, forward, up and back, forward, up and back. Just start deep breathing too. Into the nose, out through the mouth, letting go of the day, the morning, the week, whatever we need to release. And then onto a backstroke. Keep that breath moving. Keep letting go, mentally, physically. Good. And then let's take our palms up, elbows bent, and do our cross and swing. Press back. Shoulder blade kiss. Shoulder blade kiss. Easy in the neck. Good. From here, we're going to come up, tap the opposite elbow, and bring it back. So just trying to keep the arms behind the body best you can. Just as open as you can in the shoulder. Nice tall neck and head posture also. So head back, chin down slightly. And good. And roll those back out. Then we'll go into the pelvis, open up the feet, soften the knees, and go on to figure eight. Around each hip, shifting weight. Good. Then we're going to open out the toes, nice and wide. Come back to stacking tall, and we're just going to take a bend of the knees and up, bend and up. So outward rotation, knees over the toes. Super tall spine. Keep breathing and letting it all go. Good. Then just come to a half bend and add your little baby lunges. So stay nice and wide. Keep that spiral in the thigh. Ground the heel, outer foot. Nice easy glide in and out of the knee joints. Good. And back to center and up. All right. Shake all that out, and then we're going to come behind. I'm going to move the weights for a second. We're going to come behind the chair and continue on. So I'll show you what I'm going to do off to the side, and then I'm going to get behind the chair. Let me lower this a little bit. All right. One more. Okay. So we're going to come back to our little Pilates position. So a little V. You're going to stack tall again all through the crown of the head, and you're going to take your little bend of the knees and straighten again, allowing that spiral. So then you can also do that behind the chair, keeping the shoulders down and relaxed, elbows soft. So we're bending and straightening. Double checking alignment of those knees over toes. Getting a little zip up of the core, so you can go ahead and add a little belly button in and up, or hold those P muscles, and lengthening out the back and the tail going straight down. Good. Now we're going to rise up on the balls of the feet. So I'll show you to the side. We're coming from here to all the way up. So let's not bend the knees. Let's just do the up and down. The heels up and lower down, up and lower down, up, and you get the help of the chair to do, you can do a little press, not crazy amount, but just a little support. Get up there as high as you can. Maybe higher than you would without the help of the chair. All the way up. All the way up. And again, keep lengthening up through the back of the neck. You want to feel like you're growing taller through the crown of the head. Every time you rise up, add a little bit more zip in the core. Keep breathing and exhaling, letting go of neck and shoulder tension. Good. And one more. All right, now we're going to do the same thing from our parallel, but we're going to do our combo. So from parallel, we're going to take a bend, straighten, zip up the core, little shift forward, raise the heels, lower, and go again. Bend, straighten, rise, and lower. Bend, straighten, rise, and lower. This time, now we need knees over the toes, toes all square straight ahead. And with the help of the chair, bending, straightening, lift, and lower. And just keep squaring off. If you got one foot that wants to keep wanting to turn out, just keep squaring it back off. You want your heels kind of hidden, if you will, behind the toes. And when you come up on the balls of the feet, you want to feel like you're shifting a little bit toward the first and second metatarsal for good ankle alignment. And one more. From here, let's stay up, and now touch one heel and raise back up. Touch the other heel and raise back up. So you'll be doing alternating up, heel touches, and up, heel touch, and up. And getting a little stretch on the toes. And nice alternating stretches back through the arch and so forth. Good. And then down. All right, shake all that out. And now we're going to use the chair for a little bit of that leg conditioning. So I'll show you from the side. We're going to just use the chair. Again, keep the shoulders nice and stacked. So try not to round over the chair, but keep a good posture. Back up enough room so that you can lift each thigh as high as you can without bumping the chair or collapsing your spine. So you're just going to alternate here. Lifting, growing taller. Zip up a little extra core and keep breathing. Good. And now we're going to stay here with the chair. Take a slight tilt forward with the spine. Nice, flat back and supported core. And now we're going to do little kicks to the back. And depending on how high you'd like to go, you can tilt more forward. And this is just to protect that lumbar for a moment while we condition the glutes, back of the leg. Keep core coming in and up in the front for support when that leg goes back. So just alternating leg kicks, straight back. Good. All right. Then we're going to come to the side. I'm going to show you that from the front. So now we're going to go to the side lateral kicks. So from center, out, and out. Using the chair, nice and tall. Again, zip up that core and lateral leg lifts. You can monitor however high is right for your hips, spine. Just keep growing tall and keep feeling really supported by the core. Keep your breath moving. Take your own tempo. Easy in the shoulders. Woo! They don't take much, right? All right, wiggle out the butt for a minute. Just give it your little wiggle wiggle. Shake it out, shake it out. All right, while we're in this position, we're still gonna now go on to the back diagonals. So now you're gonna you can take a little tilt forward again and find a little back diagonal kick. Strengthening the outer glute, strengthening back muscles, core muscles, back core, side core, the works, outer leg, back outer leg. Good. Woo. All right. Shake that out. Give us another butt wiggle. All right. Now we're going to head on the front diagonal. So from center, recenter that pelvis, tall spine, and just add a little front diagonal kick right around the outside of the chair. And I'm not getting too particular over whether you're going to stay in parallel or outward rotated. I'm going to let you and your legs figure out what angle is best for you. Just listen to those hips. These don't have to be tremendously high to get the workout and to get conditioned. Good part. Yep. Yep. And boom. Woo! All right. Shake that out again. Now this time, I am going to have you turn your chair to the side. We're going to use one hand at a time for a moment. So you've got some room. Now we're going to take front whole kick. So back to neutral pelvis, tall spine, and a straight kick, straight ahead. Alternating. Nice straight knee, if you can. Keep growing tall, keep zipping up the core, keep breathing. All right. Woo! Shake it out. Good job, everybody. Okay, and then we're going to come back to some of this at the end. We're alternate through, but go ahead and now position the chair to sit and grab your weights. All right. So what I like to do when I'm working out on a chair is actually sit to the very edge of the chair. So I'm not all slumbered back, but I'm forcing myself to still work some core and work my spinal muscles. So I'm right at the edge, my sits bones are right near the edge of the chair, so I can be really centered and upright. Take a shoulder roll or two, and that's when you want to feel those shoulder blades go back and down into your back pockets, leaving your shoulders open, and then restack that head. Head back, chin down. All right, palms up. Here we go. We're going to leave the elbows right at the waist as we outward rotate. Here's where you're now going to focus on pulling that belly button back into the core, cinching around the waist, and continuing to breathe. Also want to keep your wrists in good alignment. We just always want to condition the alignment that we want to be in ultimately. So when we work, we want to be in that beautiful posture. All right, then we're going to stay outward rotated and add your bicep curls. You can go same or alternating. I'll let you decide. Just keeping a little outward rotation. Keep breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, and letting go of any neck tension. Extra neck tension wants to creep up. Just let it go. Let your arms, let your core do the thing that they know how to do. No extra stuff. Good. Then from here, we're going to come back to a goal post position, palms straight ahead, and press up and back to the goal post. Up and back to the goal post. Nice long neck. Belly button in. Keep the breath moving. Staying mindful of what you're doing. Mindfulness from Pilates applies to every activity. Just staying in the moment, listening to your body, paying attention to your alignment, checking out your breathing, checking in with your core. And good. Bring those back down. Take a little roll. All right, now with the palms facing the chair, again, shoulder blades back and down. I like to give it a little softening to my elbows, mostly because my tendency is to hyperextend, and so to come out of my hyperextension, just add a little bit of a roundedness. It just protects that joint. All right, then we're gonna do our delt lifts out to the side. Again, you could go as low as you need to. Listen to your shoulders. Again, yes, the traps are starting to work, but listen and don't over fatigue. Work within the range. The beauty of it is that you don't have to do huge ranges of movement to get muscles to fire. So just stay nice and safe. Very good. All right, bring those back onto the lap for a moment. I'm going to have us do, think about that. Yeah, all right, so let's do this guy. So instead of just having you just let your weights just touch your shoulder for a moment, and that's really just to keep the arms in place while we slowly, gently warm up a little rotation. So go easy, don't try to force it, let it warm up as you rotate right and left. I like doing this from a chair or from the ball on occasion because it really forces the pelvis to stay put. It's so easy for us to cheat and pull the whole body into rotation. So this is really clarifying as to where your true thoracic rotation is. And then go ahead and slow down to one side and pause, and then continue with the neck. And then come back to center, take your rotation, hold it, and continue with the neck. So that shows you the midpoint. Your mid-spine has certain degree of rotation, but your neck is supposed to maintain the most amount of rotation. So it's a good way to see that, learn that, and continue to work on that so that our neck does stay as pliable as possible. Right, we want to be able to look behind us at any time we need to. All right. Then from here, we're going to take our little weights, and we've done this in the standing routine, but we're going to take our rotation and just open the elbow a little bit, bring them up, rotate the other side, open the elbow, bring them up, rotate, open, close, rotate, open, close. So it's just a little, like a 90-degree of the elbow upon rotation. Inhale. You can add your exhales on the hardest part, or you can combine a couple of moves with an inhale and combine a couple of moves with an exhale. Whatever works, get you to focus. Good. All right, back to center. Now we're going to go back to our triceps. So we're going to go back overhead, so careful of the head. You're going to bring your little weights together. You're going to bring the weights slightly behind the head. Elbows are out here at a 90. All right, and then from here, you're just going to straighten those elbows, bend back to 90. Careful of the head or pigtails or clips, hair clips as you go back and forth. So again, nice tall spine, belly button in. Shoulder blades are actually naturally dropping and sliding here downward, which is nice. Just make sure the head is stacked, chin down slightly, long neck. And if any of this just does not work for your shoulders, just do some stretching or something in a moment and we will change it up. Good. And then bring those gently back down. Okie dokie. All right, so here's one. I'm not going to do too many of these on purpose, just because it's a little bit of a vulnerable area here in the front of the shoulders. But take that shoulder roll with the palms down. I'm going to keep my elbows kind of soft or rounded here. I'm just going to do a little bit of a lift forward. So my palms are aimed down. I'm just going to lift down and alternate here for a moment. The hardest part is really keeping those shoulders back in this position. The blade down. Easy for this front pecs to get a little aggravated, so we don't want that. So only do a few if you know this one's a little bit of a challenge. Okay, very good. So let's okay, I want to do one more, and that is we're going to combine a couple things. We're going to take our palms back up. We're going to do our outward rotation. We're going to slowly lift through the side, through the second, and gently touch over the head, and then slowly control that coming back down. So I'm wanting you to go slow because there's a lot of clicking. The blades have to really glide smoothly over the ribcage back there. And I want you to keep a nice controlled movement here. So palms are up, elbows are rounded, belly button in. Take an exhale to lift. Inhale to come down. Exhale to lift. Inhale to come down. More. Let's do one more for good measure. Very nice. All right, now we will roll those back out. We are going to bring the weights down to wherever you might end up on the mat, just to either side. And then we're going to move the chair out of the way for a moment, and we'll bring it back in a little bit. All right, we're going to head on down. Okie dokie. So let's come to a seated position for a moment and bottoms of the feet together wherever they go. Just keep a nice wide diagonal here. Take a breath. Let's just take a moment and let those shoulders re-relax. Let's take the chin to the chest. And back up. Take an inhale and exhale, and now let the chin fall forward and just walk the torso straight ahead. Let the back of the neck release for a moment. Keep the breathing going. Let it go through the exhale. Good. Then rotate over one thigh. Keep both cheeks down. Up and over gently to the other thigh. Release the neck. Big side. Back over the feet one more time. And then restack all the way up. Let's send the legs straight ahead for a moment. Let's tuck one foot in and ease down over that long leg, straight ahead. Let's take the opposite hand and slide it around that ankle or shin or wherever you can reach. And then breathe. And up. Switch those out. So straight ahead over the front leg. Take a big sigh. Inhale and exhale. Release the head again. Just hang here for a moment. Keep breathing. Release the neck and the shoulders. Then slide the opposite hand down the outer leg as far as it'll go. Keep breathing. And back up. Legs straight ahead, little shake, shake. And we are gonna calm down. All right, so make sure you got headspace behind you as you come into the mat and that your weights are still nearby. And make sure that you're centering yourself on your mat. Check with your hands that your pelvis is in the middle of your mat, your shoulders are in the middle of the mat. It's easy to get crooked, so do a quick check. All right, from here, we are going to take our feet to the edge of the mat, relax those shoulders. We're gonna go right away into our 6 o'clock and 12 o'clock little warm up. So remember for me, 6 o'clock is as if you could tell your own time on the front of your pelvis, and if you tilt it or tuck it to 6, your low back stretches into the mat and your deep core starts to pull in. 12 o'clock, you get a little mini arc, tailbone press. So just back and forth between your 12 and your 6 for a moment. Good. Then we're going to keep going. Once you go into 6 again, you deep scoop. It's a rounded spine, and you're going to press down through the feet and peel up each vertebra. Take a breath at the top and a long exhale to reverse it. So back side of the ribs, waist, rock it out towards your neutral, back into 6 and go again. So your feet are nice and wide, got a little outward rotation here in the thighs. And you're going to go from a one rounded bridge up and down sequentially. Breathing, exhale up. Take a breath. And a long exhale down. And you want to relax that jaw again and your neck and shoulders. Slow down where you need to. If you feel any tightness along your spine, just slow down and go a little more gently through those segments and see if they can just naturally stretch and open up for you. And one more here. Good. All right, we're going to come into parallel and continue on. So take your 6 o'clock, so parallel with some space still, heels underneath your sits bones, relaxed arms, palms are up. 6 o'clock, tuck and peel up the vertebrae again. Take a breath and a long peel down each segment. Try to keep the pelvis as steady as you can, going up and coming down. Now another hand position to work on, if you have a lot of lateral shifting going on in the pelvis, sometimes we might, then you can also hold that pelvis still with your hands on the side and help it glide up center and glide down in the center without shifting right to left. Sometimes it just needs a little tactile help to recenter the bones. And one more here. All right, now we're going to come back up and we're going to strike a balance. So 6 o'clock, you're going to peel it up and lift as high as you can. Keep that deep contraction in the core while you keep your eyes over the knees. Bring your arms down. I'm going to slowly go overhead and slowly back by your sides. Keep breathing. Keep scooping in abdominally. You also want to keep the shoulder blades connected to the mat. Keep lifting the pelvis up. It's going to want to drop, but try not to arc. Remember, you're in a rounded spine, not an arc. Now one arm at a time, a one above, and then they gracefully switch. Keep your eyes steady. Keep lifting the pelvis and tucking it into 6. Keep breathing. And then arms back by your sides and bring that pelvis back into the mat. All right, very good. We're going to bring each knee into the chest for a moment and give a gentle hug and a little side rock while we tell our body how much we appreciate it for all that it is doing for us every day, all day long. We never have to ask it to do a million tasks on our behalf. So it's really important to send it some gratitude and some love for all that it does for us. And all that it needs to recover from. Good. Hold on to the knees and femur arc. So thighs all the way in, all the way out, arms length away, and then back down the middle. Massage the hip joints for a moment. Keep breathing. And then reverse those circles. For arcs, reverse the arc. Very good. All right, from here, we're going to leave the knees in. We're going to re-relax the arms, and we're going to go cinching around that waist, belly button in, hold your P muscles, and go on to toe touches, alternating bounces off the mat, and bringing that knee into the chest. Good. Now we're going to hold pause here. We're going to flex the heels, and now we're going to heel bounce. Keep bringing the other knee in. Keep breathing. Easy in the jaw and the neck, shoulders, let all that go. You can always roll the head if you're having trouble letting go up there. Just wiggle it out. It's okay to let go. They don't need to be doing anything right now. All right, good. Bring those knees in and place the feet back down for a moment. We are going to do some combos today. So let's take the weights And let's bring the elbows out from our shoulders, and the palms are facing, toward the area of the feet. All right, so it's a different kind of goal post here, where we're going to press up and touch the elbows, press up and touch the elbows. All right, I'm just warming up everything, and then we are going to combine some things. Ooh la la. All right, you get the idea. So now just pause the arms in that position. Use your core to pick up each foot. Now, from this position, we're going to go back to toe touches. So get them going, alternating your toe touches, bring the knee in, keeping your back safe. Now, find your tempo and see if you can press up to the sky and touch the elbows, up to the sky and touch the elbows. Oh my, while the legs are moving, what is happening right now? You can do it. You can do it. We have been working on all kinds of standing coordination with the weights, and now we're going to apply some weights with our mat work. Oh yeah. Keep breathing. You can do it. Keep bringing the knee in so your back stays safe, nice and long in the mat, and you keep breathing. Oh yeah. Now take a pause, elbows pause, knees pause. Now flex the heels. And we're going to bring the elbows right next to our waist. We've done this one before, so let's warm up this arm position while the legs hang out there for a minute. So now the palms are facing each other, and you're just straightening the arms straight up, and then the elbows are right next to your ribs. Okay, take a pause. Here we go. Now add your heel touches. Once you get coordinated, try to lift the arms and touch the elbows while the legs are moving. Oh yeah, breathe. Keep those shoulder blades in the mat best you can. Long neck. Keep your eyes steady. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Okay, good. Let's take a pause. Bring the feet back down to the mat, and let's rest the weights for a moment. All right, good job. That was fun. All right, now we're gonna take our so let's take a pause. Let's leave the feet down for a moment. Take the arms overhead. So we are going to upper body half curl. So C curve, upper C curve, drawing those ribs down toward the front of the pelvis, keeping a little space between chin and chest, shoulders open. You can also do palms up if that helps your shoulders. Inhale back, exhale to curl. Inhale back, exhale to curl. Keep drawing in and up abdominally, stable pelvis. All right, so now we are going to come back to our legs are going to pick up one foot at a time, bring those knees back in. Now, we worked on this, I think, last week with a little 90-degree, looks like a chair, all right, 90-90 with the legs, but not arched. So make sure that the thighs are still towards you slightly so your lumbar stays nice and long and your core is in. Okie dokie. So now we are going to take our open arms with the weights. We are going to coordinate our chest fly here for a moment, but I'm going to start with one thing first. Just hold the legs there. Let's work on our arms first. So the palms, your arms are rounded, and you're going to touch the weights over your sternum. We're just going to keep that nice rounded arm open to the side and touch over the sternum. Nice big space. Exhale to close. Inhale to open. Now again, keep rocking the knees in. If you feel any part of your spine starting to arc off of the mat, bring those knees a little closer. All right, so you got the idea. Pause the arms for a moment. Now, let's bend and straighten the knees like we do, and add your flex. Feet going one way, your pointed toes going the other. Let's just warm that up. And we do this all the time. So you pick the ones that you can do without thinking a whole lot about them. All right, so now once you get that coordinated, here we go. You're going to attempt to do a chest fly with a little knee straightening. And you may or may not get the feet coordinated. Just focus on the knees first. So, little rounded arm, closing over the sternum, straightening the legs. And once you get all of it going, and you build your confidence, then see if you can put those feet in there. I won't make you start chewing gum. I know. So it's a good coordination challenge, but don't worry about it. If none of this works, just do one thing at a time. I just thought it might be a little fun brain body workout. Good. And very nice. All right, let's lay the feet down. Take another pause. All right, we're just going to do one more here for the arms, and that is our tricep position again. We did it seated. Now we're going to do it laying down. So the weights touch each other. Again, watch out for your head. Ground the blades, and you're just going to bend the elbows back at a 90 degree. Just careful of your head as you straighten and bend, straighten and bend. Same idea we did seated in the chair. Just watch out for the head. Keep the blades down, long neck. Good. Now that you've got that coordinated, pause the arms for a moment. Bring the knees in one more time. Send the legs all the way up. Hold those legs still in a straight leg position, pointed toes, and now add your triceps. Not going to move the legs. I want you to focus on this one. Bend the elbows and straighten, bend and straighten. There does seem to be a nice coordination between the triceps and the low abs, so this is a good position to do these in. But again, keep the low back long. Don't let the legs get away from you. If the knees need to bend and come closer, do that. Keep the thighs close to you. All right, now you're going to separate the palms or separate the weights, narrow up those elbows, super narrow, and do a similar bend to 90 and straightening. So the elbows are kind of almost aimed straight at the legs or just to the outside of the legs. Narrow passage here, bending and straightening. Blades are down, legs are up, and they're coming towards you. Don't let them get away from you. Keep breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. And boom. Very good. All right, let's place the weights down, bend at the knees, and let's take a stretch. So, hold on, let me do that again. Legs up again, and now open those inner thighs. Hold on to them. While we're holding there, circle the ankles one way, and reverse. Curl up those toes like fists and spread them out. Curl them up, spread them out. Good. Bend at the knees, bring them up gently toward the armpits. There's just a high diagonal of the thighs here. Hold that position. Big inhale and exhale. Good. Then bring the feet back down off of the mat. Open the arms. And just make sure your weights are not in the way of this. Move them out a little bit. And double knee fold to the same side. Take a moment and just melt. Let go of your butt cheek tension, your thighs, your calves, your feet, your arms, your face. Just let everything go while you do some cleansing exhales. Gently up and over to the other side and remelt. Butt cheeks, thighs, calves, feet, arms, face, jaw, neck. Big inhale. Cleansing exhales. Good. Ease those back up gently, back onto the mat, and just easy does it. Take a moment and take your pelvis on a little rock around your clock. Just a little rock around and then reverse. Just make sure everything feels okie dokie in that low back. You can always take that 6 o'clock talk, hold that, and then also add a little side to side rock. That just lengthens your low back while you do a gentle, soothing rock. Nice way to loosen up any tension and kind of to restabilize everything. And then back to center. All right, I am going to peel you up. We're going to roll to one side, and you're going to push up, and then gently back onto all fours onto the mat. I'm going to peel you up back to the chair for a moment. But first of all, we're going to just take a C curve on all fours. Opening the lumbar again, releasing the neck, and then lengthening out from head to tail. Inhale, exhale, rounding, C curve and quadruped. And then lengthen out. We're going to tuck the toes. If your body will let you, we're going to push up and over into a squat, toes and knees straight ahead. Then, all is going well, we're going to hang upside down from the hips and just take a yes nod of the head. Take a big inhale, exhale, and nod no. Very good. Then we're going to just soften those knees a little bit as you walk your hands up your thighs, slowly rounding into a stacked position. Head is the last thing to come up. All right, shake that out. And we are going to reposition the chair for a moment. Back to the front position. And we are going to use good alignment and gather up our weights. All right, so here's what we're going to do. Place the weights on the chair, and I just want to do one more for, the lats and the mid-back. And this one is a nice one to do from the chair position. So what I'm going to have you do before we do any weights is just place the hands on your chair base, and then just create a position of a nice long flat back. Now you don't want to sag here, you want to have good lift in the core and be aligned from head to tail, even if you're on a slight diagonal. All right, so from here, you're going to leave one hand down. You can have it to the side of the chair if that helps your palm, or on the chair, depending on what you need. All right, I'm going to let you find that good position for your stable shoulder, arm underneath that shoulder. Pick up one weight, bring the elbow right next to your ribs, and you're just going to touch the chair and pull that elbow back. Touch the chair and pull the elbow back. Keep nice straight spine here, head to tail, long neck, extra core, pulling in, belly button in, while we just do a nice little lat pull Make sure if you feel anything into your low back, you can always add a slight 6 o'clock here to make sure you're not overstraining back there. So, and boom, good. Place that one down and shift to the other side. And if you need to change sides, do what you gotta do. I'm gonna do a different position for my palm on this side, and I'm gonna pull my elbow back, touch the chair, and pull my elbow past my ribs as much as I can. Nice tall spine. I'm gonna add a little 6, just because I feel my core a lot more when I do that. I tend to hyperextend in my lumbar. I go the opposite way when I need more security. Exhale. Pull. Pull. And boom. Very good. All right, we're going to ease up from that safely. Going to get rid of these guys. And we're going to have a quick sit back on the chair. We're going to open up the legs. Let's see. Yeah, let me do this real quick. All right, I wanted to get to a little extra thigh stuff. So again, sitting at the edge of the chair, on your sits bones, stacked tall through the crown of the head. I want you to take one knee at a time to straight, right in front of you. So just bring your legs to parallel, straighten and touch, straighten and down. So hopefully you can get the knee all the way to straight. Excellent conditioning for knee health, leg stability, and there's so much more that we can do, but these are really good strengtheners when you don't have to balance on with your whole body, to just isolate sometimes muscles that we really, really, really need all the time. Boom, boom, and boom. All right, and then take your little Pilates position from your little V, and now you're going to straighten out the leg, maintaining a slight outward rotation. We've done this on the ball. It's a lot harder on the ball, right? So at least here, you don't have to struggle with a moving surface underneath you. You can isolate the work on a stable surface, still get excellent conditioning. It's really good to hone in on this inner quadricep for your knee health. We tend to be tighter on the outside, which pulls the knee joint laterally. We've got to do this inner work to help stabilize and balance that outer pull. All right, and this is one way to do it. We do many versions in Pilates, but this is a nice focused version. And one more each. Okay, very good. All right, let's open the legs up. Still at the seat of the edge of the chair. We're going to take a nice side bend, reaching up. Just ease onto one thigh as you go into side bend. Inhale gracefully through the middle and switch. I'm going to move you through this. Let's do that again. Inhale, stack tall. Exhale, side. Inhale, stack tall. Exhale, side. Good. Now we're going to bring the legs back in front. We're going to take our rotation on the outer leg. Palm up, elbow a little soft back there, stack tall. Look around to the back wall. Give a little press of this thigh into the hand. Inhale, switch it out. Grow tall. Look, little press. Keep the blades down. And again. Middle through the middle and rotate. 3. Through the middle and rotate. Very good. All right, we're coming up now behind the chair. All right, I'm going to show you to the side. You can do it however you need to. I just want to make sure I'm in your screen here. So From behind the chair, we're going to take one foot right behind it, the other foot as far back as we can handle it, and get the back heel down. Then we're going to bend this front knee and stay as upright as we can with the help of the chair, hands on the chair, so we can get a nice groin stretch here. So this is still a really good go-to when you can't get down on the ground for lunges and so forth. You can do this anywhere, as long as you got a nice stable surface and you can keep your balance. So just take a straight knee in the front for a moment. Stay there. Inhale. Do it again. Exhale. Bend the front knee. Go as far as you can. You're getting double duty. You got calf stretching, hip flexor stretching, quad strengthening. You got a little core support here. A lot going on. Good. It's a good one. Ease that out. Switch the feet. Get the back heel down. All toes straight ahead. All right. Bend the front knee and hold there and breathe. Feel those loins opening up in that back leg. Keep your spine upright, pelvis centered and core a little lifted here. Keep breathing. Then pause, take the straight knee in the front for a moment, and then do it again. Exhale. Excellent. Straighten, ease out of that, shake it out, and then we've got one more here, or a couple more. Well, yeah, we're going to finish up here. All right, one more for the quad. Give it a little kick, if you can. Give it a little kick. Grab that ankle, ease it in toward the butt. Level out the legs next to each other, which levels out your pelvis. And ease that down. Other side. Switch the hands. Level out the legs. Just use that arm to ease the heel toward the butt. Breathe. And down. Good. All right, last thing, just sit back a little bit. Careful, the chair still moves, so don't pull on it too hard. Just sit back in your tail, flatten your back for a moment. Take inhale, exhale. Nice long stretch. Then we'll scoot the feet in a little bit and C-curve, bend the knees in a last little supported C-curve. And then stack and walk it in, and we will finish up. All right, get this out of the way. Good work, everybody. I hope that felt good. Let's take our full body on stretch and twirl some wrists. They worked hard today. And reverse. Oh, and exhale and toss and flick and whew, let it go, let it go, let it go. Anything else? Free yourself. Inhale now. Let's receive all the goodness, high vibes, healing that we possibly can handle and need and receive. Let go of anything in the way of all that goodness. And one more for a beautiful week. Take care of your beautiful selves, inside and out. Remember to honor your body, listen, and when it's letting you know things, please listen and honor it. Remember, it's your best friend, so just do the best you can. If it needs your help, listen with love and do what it needs. Take good care of it and your heart and your spirit. Thanks, everybody.